Good afternoon, I'm Ziggy and welcome to another edition of Ziggy's Rants. And today I want to talk about John Swinney's interview on the BBC with Nick Robinson. What a what a complete train wreck this interview was. Honest John, or shall we say not so dishonest John, shall we say, stated that Labour will implement £18 billion worth of cuts. Doesn't talk about the source, doesn't talk about what these cuts are, doesn't go into any kind of detail, just that they're going to implement £18 billion worth of cuts. And states that Labour need to follow the SNP in Scotland on their tax policy. They need to up taxes. Seems to be the answer for everything in the SNP. They want to up taxes for higher earners, so-called higher earners, earning over 28 grand, which to me is not a higher earner at all. Bring more austerity onto the rest of the country that we're seeing here in Scotland. So he wants to higher taxes to plug the gap of the 18 billion. Now, he forgets to say that higher taxes in Scotland, and that will save the public services and add to the purse of the public services. But what he forgets to say is here in Scotland, it hasn't done that. Higher taxes hasn't helped to save the public services. We are seeing huge cuts across the country, across everything from education, NHS, all the major public services are being cut and cut to the bone. Councils not being able to raise council tax, which might help. They can't do that under the SNP, who have frozen council tax for the last near 10 years, which has caused huge austerity in the councils and huge cuts. So follow Scotland's example would be an absolutely disaster for the whole of the UK. He also goes on to say, he mentions brings out the couple of the old attack lines of we have free education, we have free prescriptions. We've heard that for years and years and years now. By the way, he claims the Scottish government brought in free prescriptions when it was in fact the Labour administration that brought in free prescriptions. But anyway, those two lines of attack they don't wash anymore, because the reality is free education, they've capped it and they've cut the cap. So Scottish people, Scottish kids wanting to go to university aren't getting the places that they want. Foreign people are coming in and taking them places because they pay. They want paying. The universities need the income to come in, and they're not getting it. So it's been capped, and the Scottish people, the Scottish kids are not getting on them courses. So free education is great, but they're not getting that education. So it's not as it seems. Read the small print. That's what you have to do with the SNP. And free prescriptions. Another one. He forgets 96% or so in England get free prescriptions, because if you've got long-term illnesses, if you're over 60, if you're a pensioner, if you're on benefits, you get free prescriptions in England. 96% of those prescriptions that are put out are all free. So those that can afford it, pay it. And that's how the system should be, because nothing is for free. These freebies that Scotland keep giving are destroying the country. It really is. It's hurting the country. We've got a 1.5 billion black hole in Scotland caused by the SNP. So dishonest John forgets all this, and the man is living on borrowed time. The man is living in a bubble because he actually thinks he's the saviour of Scotland. He's been brought in to save the SNP and to save Scotland. Complete and utter nonsense, to be honest with you. Complete and utter nonsense. Since he's come in, they've had no bounce in the polls. In fact, it's gone the other way since Dishonest John. He's part of the old regime. He's not someone new to come in, some fresh air to come in and save the SNP. He's actually the old guard, and he's got the old guard mentality. So he's not going to save the SNP. The SNP are going to get a bit of a hiding in the general election, and it's about time. And I think it's a sign of the times that they're finished in Scotland. People are fed up of them. They're fed up with the austerity. They're fed up with the division that they've caused within Scotland. So their time is up. And Honest John, Dishonest John, is not going to save them. He talks about independence again. Mixed messages as usual. He stated to Nick Robinson that, again, it's going to be the majority of MPs. If they get the majority of MPs, they're going to leave, or they're going to start the process of leaving. They've had the majority for over 5 years. For this term, they've had the majority. Why didn't they do it? Why haven't they done it? They've got 40 odd MPs, majority. Why not leave? Why haven't they tried? Why haven't they started negotiations to leave? Because they know they can't do it. So it's just another bullshit from Dishonest John to try and win votes in Scotland. And it's not washing anymore. People are realising it's not happening under the SNP. Scotland's in a mess. We need a change. So that's he's coming across as someone that is desperately trying to become relevant, to try and win votes, and to try and push his agenda that they've been pushing for over 10 years, and it's just not working at all. So that's my rant for today from Dishonest John. I'll be doing a few more, but at the moment I've had some computer issues. I'm getting my laptop needs fixed. They may have to send a new one, so I'm going to have to send it off. It's a battery situation. Battery keeps running down. So I haven't done as many as normal and as I'd like. I'd like to do one a day, but it's not been possible at the moment. So, but I will be back soon, and please share, like, and subscribe. It's the way of pushing the channel forward and getting more people watching. So if you can do that, it'd be great. Thank you very much. So until next time, have a nice day.